weather updates, and all things Southern Miss sports. And we do have a special guest today. Joining me will be Vanessa Molden, so be sure to stick around and hear what she has to say. The segment is very packed today, so let's jump right in. But first, a message from our sponsor.
Sponsorship for Southern Miss Today comes from Mississippi Beverages. Mississippi Beverages provides water coolers, and coffee service throughout South Mississippi. Take half of your weight in pounds. That's how many ounces of water you need a day. Mississippi Beverages can help you reach that goal by delivering fresh water to your door. To get more information or to set up a cooler and water delivery, you can call Mississippi Beverages at 601-271-2420, or you can find them online. If you or your business is interested in sponsoring programming on WUSM, we'd love to talk to you about the benefits and opportunities. You can get recognition for your business as well as the appreciation of the WUSM audience. The audience realizes your support provides the programming they listen to daily. In addition, our sponsorship rates are very cost-effective and tax-deductible. To learn more, call 601-266-4287.
Welcome back, everyone, and happy Thursday. In USM Campus News, student members of the University of Southern Mississippi chapter of the Institute of Electronic and Electrical Engineers robotics team turned in the best performance of any school from the Magnolia State in the main hardware robotics competition at the IEEE Southeast Con 2024 Region 3, held in March in Atlanta, Georgia. USM finished 10th out of 52 institutions participating from the region. The National Center for Spectator Sports Safety and Security at the University of Southern Mississippi has announced that True Venue Sports and Entertainment application in Control Enterprise Dynamics as the 2024 Golden Eagle Award winner. The Golden Eagle Award recognizes excellence in the system integration, architecture, engineering, and/or construction specifically related to the safety and security of spectators, property, and facility infrastructure. Applicants from the leading systems integration, architecture, design and engineering, and consulting firms were invited to submit case studies from successful projects with safety and security front and center in the planning and execution. In keeping with its mission to be an ultimate resource guide for veterans, the Center for Military Veterans, Service Members, and Families at the University of Southern Mississippi hosted a special nutrition and benefits seminar on Tuesday, April 16th. The seminar was held at Quinlan Hammond Hall, home of the university's Veterans Center. Several state and local veterans organizations were represented during the event, which brought together a servant community committed to making a positive impact on those facing food insecurity. In Hattiesburg news, Hattiesburg police are investigating the death of a woman who was found unresponsive on a sidewalk near an apartment complex. Police said that the 29-year-old woman was found at the 2300 block of West 7th Street in the early morning hours of Wednesday, April 17th. The Hattiesburg Police Crime Scene Unit confirmed that the victim had been shot and was pronounced dead on the scene. A murder charge has been filed for the death according to Forest County Detention Center online jail records. 42-year-old Julio Cesar Pineda has been charged with the murder. Please pray for the family of Josie Wyndham as they mourn their loss. In Mississippi news, a Mississippi Department of Transportation crew discovered a body on Monday, April 15th, on the side of Highway 472 in Copiah County. Authorities confirmed it was the remains of 54-year-old Billy Ray Jones, Jr. Sheriff Swiley said that Jones's father had reported him missing earlier that day after not seeing him since Saturday. His body was partly burned. Authorities said Matthew Nelson, 50, of Georgetown, was arrested and charged with the murder. In connection to Jones's death, he also faces a kidnapping charge. In other news, this Sunday, the F1 Chinese Grand Prix will be held at 2 a.m. CST at the Shanghai International Circuit in Shanghai, China. Max Verstappen is currently in the lead, with Sergio Perez following after. USM Alpha Tau Omega fraternity here on Hattiesburg campus is hosting a crawfish boil this Saturday. Get your tickets via the link in their Instagram. Music and food along with the Greek Life tailgating will also be featured. Contact a brother with any questions. The USM esports tryouts are held soon and will be held virtually. For information on that, visit their Discord or Twitter. Tonight there will be bingo at Southern Wing Company from 6:30 p.m. to 8 o'clock p.m. Catch open mic comedy at Southern Prohibition Brewing Company tonight from 8 p.m. till it ends. Admission is free, but remember to tip your bartenders. This upcoming fall at Hattiesburg campus, Holy Smoke Southern Style Cuisine will join us on campus, located on Wilbur Hall, what used to be the Stone Throw. That is it for the news segment on Southern Miss today. Next, we will have the latest in Golden Eagle sports and the weather. We will be back after a word from our sponsors.
Sponsorship for Southern Miss Today comes from Mississippi Beverages. Mississippi Beverages provides water coolers, and coffee service throughout South Mississippi. Take half of your weight in pounds. That's how many ounces of water you need a day. Mississippi Beverages can help you reach that goal by delivering fresh water to your door. To get more information or to set up a cooler and water delivery, you can call Mississippi Beverages at 601-271-2420, or you can find them online.
In Southeast Mississippi, we stand united for the most vulnerable in our community. Become a game changer and volunteer by calling United Way of Southeast Mississippi at 601-545-7141. We have one life. To live better, we must live united.
Welcome back, everyone. Diving into the Eagle Sports segment. Head coach Jenny Hazelwood announced the addition of Tristan Sells as an assistant coach for the Southern Miss volleyball program. Sells is from Littleton, Colorado. She will join Southern Miss from Mississippi College, where she had served as the Choctaws assistant coach since 2021. In 2022, Sells helped lead Mississippi College to a 23-7 standing, the most wins in a single season in program history, and the highest winning percentage for the program since 1994. The Choctaws also earned its first regional ranking in program history. USM volleyball is looking good for the fall. Today, men's tennis is facing Old Dominion, and tomorrow beach volleyball will play Cal Poly at 12:45 p.m., as well as ULM at 4 p.m. Both games are at home. Softball plays Louisiana at Louisiana tomorrow at 6, and baseball plays ULM at home at 6 p.m. tomorrow as well. Let's wish our Golden Eagle sports teams good luck as they finish out the spring season. For more information on USM sports, visit southernmiss.com. For the weather today, there will be a high of 82 and a low of 66. It is set to be partly cloudy with no rain. Up next, we have the Mississippi Moments brought to you by the Center for Oral History and Cultural Heritage. Check it out.
This is Mississippi Moments, produced by the Center for Oral History and Cultural Heritage at the University of Southern Mississippi and supported by the Mississippi Humanities Council. I'm Bill Ellison. Daisuk E. Kitagawa was an Episcopal priest who came to Clarksdale in 1959 to help ease racial tensions. Judge Harvey Ross remembers the meetings Kitagawa hosted between white and black community leaders.
A Japanese priest, Kitagawa, came here in the interest of trying to generate some sort of communication between black and white in Clarksdale. But Kitagawa set up a meeting with a group of whites, and it included Farley Salmon, Oscar Carr, Joe Ellis, the blacks, Aaron Henry, Charles Stringer, B.F. McLaurin, and it was sort of secretly set up because none of us had ever been to such a meeting where we were going to discuss race relations and what needed to be done to improve them. And we were nervous that about even anybody knowing we'd participated in such a thing. But we all sat down together, and the meeting was productive, and we had a number of others. But his name was Kitagawa, and he stayed in Clarksdale several weeks.
To hear more, visit MississippiMoments.org or just like us on Facebook. Mississippi Moments is supported by the Mississippi Humanities Council. The humanities are for everyone.
That was the Mississippi Moment for today. Coming up after a word from our sponsors, we have the pleasure of hearing from Vanessa Molden about the 6th Street Museum District.
Sponsorship for Southern Miss Today comes from Mississippi Beverages. Mississippi Beverages provides water coolers, and coffee service throughout South Mississippi. Take half of your weight in pounds. That's how many ounces of water you need a day. Mississippi Beverages can help you reach that goal by delivering fresh water to your door. To get more information or to set up a cooler and water delivery, you can call Mississippi Beverages at 601-271-2420, or you can find them online. Sponsorship comes from American Graphics. Located at 8 Commercial Warehouse Drive in Hattiesburg, American Graphics provides custom screen printing and embroidery. They can be reached by phone at 601-602-2277, and the website is goamericangraphics.com. American Graphics, printing at its finest.
Now let's please give a warm Golden Eagle welcome to Vanessa Molden. Hey Vanessa, so nice to have you joining us here today.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
So, what is the 6th Street Museum District?
The 6th Street Museum District is a collection of historical buildings and landmarks located in downtown Hattiesburg.
So, when was this district created?
Well, the district was more formally created around 2010. Our first museum was the African American Military History Museum. So since then, we have grown in adding other historical landmarks and facilities to our up under our umbrella.
So, how many museums do you think are in this district?
Well, like I said, we have the African American Military History Museum, which was a 1942 World War II USO for African American soldiers. We have the historic Eureka School, which school was built in 1921 for African American students. And then we have Smith Drug Company, which was built in 1925. That was operated by two black pharmacists. And then we have also moved Miss Osola McCarty's house to the district, and we are in the process of turning it into a museum honoring her life and legacy of her kind gift that she gave to the University of Southern Mississippi. And then we also have under construction the Mola Military Vehicle Museum.
Oh, wow. So, there's a lot of museums in this district. So, why do you think, or why was the district created?
Well, it was created to preserve and present primarily African American history and life here in Hattiesburg, with the exception of the African American Military History Museum, because it focused on African Americans' service to our entire military, not just here in Hattiesburg.
So, this may seem kind of an obvious question, but where is the 6th Street Museum District located?
It is located along 6th Street. The African American Military History Museum is at 305 East 6th Street. Eureka School is at 410 East 6th Street. And then, however, Smith Drug Company is on Mobile Street.
Oh, so they're all in the same
Corner.
general area,
Yes.
just not all on 6th Street. But
All
around
of them
there.
on 6th Street with the exception of Smith Drug Company.
So, does the 6th Street Museum District host events? And if so, like, what are some of the events that y'all have held?
Yes, we do offer quite a few events. Actually, next month we will be celebrating the 15th year anniversary of the African American Military History Museum. We will have a
wow.
commemorative program on May the 23rd at 11 a.m. and the public is certainly invited to come out and join us and help us celebrate. And then also during the summer, we hold a full slate of activities for youth. We call them Discovery Days in the district. And so some of the events we have lined up for this summer is Story Time with the Soldier, which is a signature event of ours. We also have Discovery Tour Days, which are special themed tour days. Our guests have an opportunity to select a particular themed tour that they would like to go on. And then we have a Beyond the Selfie photography camp that we will have at the Eureka School, and that will also be accompanied by a photo exhibition entitled Capturing Community, and then we'll also have a civic engagement and youth leadership camp at Eureka. And then our final event for the summer will be the Needham Jones Boot Camp.
Oh, wow. So, it's pretty stacked throughout the summer.
Yeah.
So, what do you do with the 6th Street Museum District?
Well, I am responsible for all of the museum operations, as well as outreach, volunteer, and education.
So, you said that you work with the volunteer stuff. What kind of volunteer positions does the 6th Street Museum District have?
Well, we have where individuals can come and be trained on becoming a volunteer docent throughout the museum district. And then we also have special events and projects that individuals can work on. And we've had Southern Miss students come and do volunteer internship. We get a lot of volunteers from our history department who come, but you don't necessarily have to be a history major, because museum operations encompasses from business to art. I mean, there's just a lot of different areas that if you're interested in that you can participate in.
So, are there any paid positions?
Yes, thank you for asking. Actually, right now we have a part-time paid position for a museum information specialist. The pay is $12 an hour, and you'll average between 20 and 25 hours a week.
So, for those who are interested in either volunteering or the paid position, where can somebody apply or find out more information about that?
For the volunteer opportunities, they can call us at 601-450-1942 or email us at 6th Street Museums District at hattiesburg.org. And then for the paid position, they can also do that as well for the paid position. But to apply for the paid position, you will need to go to the Hattiesburg Convention Commission's website.
So, what would you say is kind of like the average hours of operation for the museum district? I'm sure each museum has different hours, but would you say it's kind of like a 9 to 5, or when do you think that each museum is open?
Well, the African American Military History Museum is open on Wednesdays through Fridays from 10 to 4, and on Saturdays from noon to 4. And Smith Drug Company is open on Saturdays from noon to 4 or by appointment. And then the Eureka School is open by reservation.
And so, where can somebody find information about the museums? Is it strictly on each museum's website, or do y'all have a museum website that kind of holds all of the information?
Each museum has its own website, but we do have one site where you can find out information about all our facilities, and then from there it'll link you to our individual sites, and that website address is 6th Street Museum District.com.
And so, how much does admission cost to these museums?
At this time, there is no admission to our exams. However, we do take donations. You can leave donations as you come, but there is no charge to come to our museums.
Are y'all looking to add more museums, or are you just kind of content with the ones that you have so far?
Well, right now, the ones that we have that are established, but like I said, we're in the process. The two that we have underway are the Osceola McCarty House Museum and the Mola Military Vehicle Museum.
And so, how long have you been with the 6th Street Museum District?
I have been with the district for 6 years.
Are you from Hattiesburg originally, or did you move here?
I am not from Hattiesburg, and actually prior to going to work with the district, I worked at here at the University of Southern Mississippi. I have about 17 years where I worked here at the university.
Oh, wow. That's so cool. So you love Hattiesburg, and you wanted to join the museums and everything.
Yes, Hattiesburg is, I now call Hattiesburg home.
Yes, it's so culture rich and so history rich. It's been really fulfilling kind of being able to see that. Well, thank you so much for joining us here today and giving us a look at the 6th Street Museum District.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Coming up next, we have the news wrap.
Hello, Golden Eagles. My name is Kennedy Drake, and I'm here with Community Calendar, where we gather information from around campus and within the community near you in Hattiesburg. Get ready for the Ambassador Series, where they will present Long Beach live swinging at sunset with the Southern Miss Jazz Tet. The concert begins April 5th at 7 p.m. in Town Green Pavilion. The musical group is filled with 6 individuals who showcase their skills by playing a variety of instruments. This group is sure to take you on a musical journey. The University Forum will take place with the famous guest speaker, John Green. Mark your calendars for April 9th at 6:30 p.m. in Bennett Auditorium. John Green is an author and creates educational videos online. Don't miss the chance to learn how to reach success and become more informed about educational topics. Forest County Farmers Market Spring Festival will take place April 13th from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. on the 1200th Corrine Street. This is the perfect opportunity to get fresh foods, baked goods, and plenty of accessories. Mark your calendars for an evening of shopping. If you are in the mood to have a good laugh, come see comedian James Gregory at the Joe Paul Theater in the Thad Cochran Center. The fun starts April 14th at 5 p.m. Gregory's comedy is based on real-life experiences that will leave the audience in uplifting spirits. Bring a friend and enjoy comedic storytelling. If you have an event you would like for us to promote, send it to sm2news@usm.edu. This is just one way we thank our community for watching Southern Miss TV and supporting us here at Southern Miss Student Media Center. Visit our website, sm2media.com, to keep up with all of our news. Signing out, I'm Kennedy Drake, and this has been your Community Calendar.
Thank you so much for tuning in to Southern Miss Today here on Southern Miss Radio. A big thank you to the wonderful crew who keeps this program running. Our audio engineer, Darius McCormick, Alina Pitletsky, our live stream producer, Annalie Johnson, our producer, Aware Ade, the executive producer, the program director, Shania Williams, our GM, Dr. Wilbur Martin, and me, your host, Emily Blue. That wraps it up for today. Remember, soar high to the sky, fly, eagle, fly.